Your makeup is on it. Tonight is the night. Gonna be that old feeling. You're gonna be alright. 'Cause you are a conqueror. Go girl, go girl, go girl. Hey, if you like this look, keep watching. So my brows are already filled in. I started off with my eyeshadow. I went in with a light concealer. This concealer is an e.l.f. concealer. I went in a little bit light just so that the color from the eyeshadow would pop a bit more, be more vibrant. So that's what I'm doing here, just blending that all the way out. The palette that I'm using with this look is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, the Ringly Alarm. I went in with that orange shade and I took that all over my lid. I kind of could have just went in the crease area, but I was trying to figure out as I was doing this what I wanted to do. But as you can see, that color is a very pigmented. It's a beautiful color. So I'm just blending that all the way out on my lid until I get the color that I am going for. So here I took a darker shade in that same palette in my crease, and I'm just blending that out. I wanted to create very vibrant, radiant look. So that is what this darker shade is doing for me here. So here I went in with that same concealer. I'm not cutting my crease, but I just put the concealer there because I wanted that dark to light effect. So that is what I was doing with the concealer. And it came out really pretty and just so cute. So I popped on some lashes. I am spraying my face with the Mario spray just to hydrate my skin a little bit. Now I'm going in with a Wet n Wild mattifying primer. I have somewhat combination skin. I would say that I really feel like I have normal skin. The only place that really gets oily is my nose, and that's it. So I don't really like to say I have combination skin just because of my nose. But here I am using the Juvia's Place foundation. I used 2 shades with this. Not really sure why I put this all over my face like that, but I did. I had a way too much on my hand and I was trying to just get it off. So you will see me going into this foundation from my hand, from it being on my hand, and putting it on my face a few times. So here I'm using that same Mario spray and I sprayed my brush. This brush I'm using is my Real Techniques Instapot brush, and I just went in and I'm just buffing, blending that out. This Juvia's Place foundation is very matte, but it's also full coverage. I really love this foundation. It's so good for me. So I'm just still blending away, blending into my hairline because I want to make sure that everything is just blended really good and seamless and there's no lines and that it looks amazing. So like I said, a few times you're going to see me go back in with that brush. I'm just trying to use up the foundation that's on my hand. That's all I'm simply doing. And just any places that I saw that I didn't have foundation, I'm just going in with putting it there. So this makeup look is pretty much an everyday type of look. That's the type of makeup that I like to do. Everyday type of makeup, makeup that you can just go anywhere with. And that's just my style. That's the way that I love to do my makeup, my clients' makeup. Just an everyday type of woman look. So here I'm just going in with my beauty sponge and just continuing to blend. I like to do this after I use a brush just to give it that flawless look, that airbrush type of look. And also the sponge helps to pick up any excess foundation that may still be on my face, excess product. So here I'm going in with my Morphe concealer, putting that under my eye, bridge of my nose, my chin, and my cupid's bow. Typically, when I do a full coverage look, I do like my under eye, everywhere I conceal, to be pretty light. I like to go for a really bright under eye. I just like the way it looks on me. So that's just my preference. I don't conceal too much of my forehead just because I don't want my forehead to be the focus. So I keep it very light in that area. So I'm just blending this out with a brush. I will go in with my sponge. I was just trying something new here and just wanted to see how it looked, what it did, blending it out with a brush. I'm still on the fence with it, so we'll see how I like it the next time around. But that's what I'm doing here. So here I went in with some more concealer. Uh, I wanted it to be a little bit lighter, so I took a lighter concealer and I just went in just to tap it more. And now I'm using my sponge and I am blending that out. So now I am using this Juvia's Place, their stick foundation, and I'm using that to contour. I am a contouring type of girl. I really like a very defined contour. So I'm just taking that and contouring my cheekbones and my nose and my forehead. So now I'm just blending that out. I'm blending that nose contour into my eyebrow. You just want to make sure you blend until you do not see any lines and that it looks seamless and it looks good. So that's all I'm doing, is just blending until it looks good. So here I realized that took the contour shade and kind of got it into my highlight area. So I'm just going in and fixing that. So I'm just blending this contour out, blending, blending, blending. I will eventually start to blend it into my highlight just so that you do not see any lines and that they basically marry each other. So that is what I'm doing here. Blending out my forehead, creating those very defined shadows. So here I went in with my Dermablend translucent powder and I'm just setting my whole face with this powder. I just started doing this. I learned this technique from another artist. I do it sometimes on me. I do it all the time on my clients. It just gives a better finish, in my opinion. So I like to go in and set my whole face with it. And here I'm just blending out my under eye just to make sure that when I go and set it while I'm really baking here, baking underneath with that Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I am a baking girl. I like for it to just sit on my face for a little bit and soak up whatever moisture and just sit on my skin. So I'm putting the powder everywhere that I put the concealer. Here I'm just using the powder to define my contour. I wasn't digging in my nose, I was just scratching it. So here I'm using my Black Radiance contour palette. This is my fave. I have not used any other contour palette other than this one. I just love it. I'm literally hitting pan on it. I adore it. And I'm just going in and I am setting my cream contour with this powder and just defining the contour a little bit more. So here I am just buffing out my under eye. I'm using the darker shade in that Ring the Alarm palette. Just adding a little bit more drama to the look. Not too much, very subtle, but just adding it in here with this shade. Now I'm putting my mascara on my under eye, my lashes are little to none. So I work with what I got. I do apologize that I'm not in focus. I am still learning how to do all of this. So bear with me. So here I went in with a nude eyeliner. I love this, love it, love it. It opens up your eye and gives it that dramatic look without it being too dramatic. Like if I was to use a white one, it's a really good eyeliner to use when you really want to go for a dramatic look, but not too dramatic. I love it. So now I'm just going in my MAC Mineralized Finish Powder, and I am just using that to basically bring the color back into my face. A lot of times when you use the white powder, it can give somewhat of a white tint. So I'm just using that to bring the color back, dust away the translucent powder that is on my face, and just really to set everything, lock it all in place. Spraying again with my Mario spray just to get rid of that powdery look. And if you can tell, as soon as I sprayed it, it kind of just made the whole look just come together and look skin-like. That is what you want. And I'm using my brush to basically press that spray into my skin. Now I went in with a blush. This is like my favorite blush. This is a Milani blush. I'm normally not a blush girl, but this blush is really good and I like it. And here I went in with the Juvia's Place loose highlighter. I'm still learning how to use this because it can get real crazy real fast with this. So I try to go in as light as possible without getting it everywhere or making it way too bright. Just highlighting the bridge of my nose and my cupid's bow. I'm not a girl that likes to highlight her cupid's bow too much, but I do it just for the sake of it. But I always kind of blend it out or not use as much because I don't like that look on my lips. So I'm just using some makeup remover and just getting some of the foundation off my lip. I am going in with the NYX, a brown pencil, and just lining my lips. You need a brown pencil in your kit, okay? It just makes everything look so good. And this lip combo that I'm doing right now is literally my fave. This is my go-to lip. It just goes with every look. And I adore it. So I'm going in with this Morphe lipstick. It's like a nude pink. It just goes so well. It's just so pretty. I did finish it off with a lip gloss. And this is the finished look. This is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys like, comment, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. Peace and love, guys.